And welcome back to the channel, guys. I am Lucas from Mars, and today we continue here with Season 2, and a great NL matchup here between the Montana Phantoms and the Atlanta Crusaders. As Atlanta lost that first game of the season, trying to win their first game of the year here against Montana. And we have Luis Severino going up against Alex Young in this game here today. A great pitching matchup for you. As Luis Severino, he was decent last year at 3.48 ERA and a 1.18 WHIP. He was all right. It's a little bit of a down year for him, considering his past seasons, but still was pretty dang good. So then we get to Justin Scott here, leading off for Atlanta. This is a great team here in Atlanta, and that's a beautiful pitch by Luis Severino, a four-seam fastball that's way inside, and not a chance by Justin Scott in that to hit that baseball. I really love this Atlanta offense. This top five of this batting order for the Crusaders is just really, really, really good. You have Justin Scott there, but then you also have Brian Reynolds, who's an on-base machine, and he's going to hit one into the gap here in center field. That's going to get all the way to the wall, and that's going to be a double. No, he's going to try and go to third, and he's going to be in there for a triple. So Brian Reynolds, and he's got some good speed there, and he can hit the ball, and he gets a triple right there. So now you have Xander Bogaerts stepping up to the plate. And again, this top five here, you got Bogaerts, and then behind him here, Xander Bogaerts is going to hit a ground ball. No chance to get Brian Reynolds going home on that play. And so they just end up going to first base to get the out, but a run does score. So good job there by... good job there to score that runner, not having to do anything super crazy there by Bogaerts. And then you have Bryce Harper, incredible season last year, 45 home runs and 130 RBIs last season, and he gets a strikeout, swinging and missing for the third and final out. But you have also in that number 5 spot there for Atlanta, you have Jesse Winker, who's super good as well. So, that top 5 in that batting order for the Crusaders is probably the best in baseball. And then you have Alex Young, who was very, very good last year. This is a really, really critical signing for Atlanta and their success last season. He was one of their better pitchers in their rotation. And that's going to be a little ground ball. It's stopped by Young, and they're going to get over to first base in time for the out. But it does hit off of his leg there, and it looks like he's going to try and stay in the ball game here. And for the Atlanta pitching staff, they got a couple of good pitchers here. It's a good pitching staff, and the Phantoms offense should be really good this season. And that's going to fall in for a base hit, dropping in center field for a run, and we are going to be tied at 1 here. So both teams get a run in the first. Franmil Reyes gets his first RBI of the season here with a little bloop base hit. And now you have Freddie Freeman, who is getting older. He's 36, and I think in this year, in this franchise, and he was really good last year, though. He had over 40 home runs. He is still one of the better players in the entire league, and that is going to be caught by Reynolds in center, though, to end the inning. And yeah, Montana, they have a very similar team to what they've had in the past. Their pitching staff is really, really is good. They got a good bullpen, and that offense is solid. So really a good team over there in Montana as well. As you have Coney Cavaco, who batted .270 last year, has a man on second base here. Full count pitch by Severino, who swung on and missed for a strikeout of Coney Cavaco. So that's a good bounce back inning there for Severino. And now we're going to go to the bottom of the second inning here. Joey Gallo up, and Gallo not very great last year offensively, and he did decline a lot, and he will strike out there on a cutter outside, and Alex Young gets his first K of the afternoon. And then now Luis Severino, the pitcher, coming up here, man on first base. Could he come through the pitcher trying to do something, and he actually gets a base hit into the outfield here, and a single for Luis Severino. How about that? The pitcher coming through, helping himself out a bit here. So now you have Javier Baez, 2 men on, and he's going to line one into right field. That is going to be caught, however, by Bryce Harper to end the inning. So no runs there in the top of the second inning, and we're going to go to the top of the third inning now. here, skipping the. Now we're in the top of the third, and that's a strikeout there of Alex Young on a changeup. So Severino already 4 Ks so far. Both of these pitchers here trying to settle into this ball game, and that's another strikeout by Severino on a low pitch to Ryan Reynolds. So, yeah, these pitchers are starting to settle in here in this game, middle of the third, and it's still 1-1. I don't expect a lot of runs probably to be scored after this, but we will see as Marcell Ozuna coming up for Montana. Last year was excellent, actually one of their better hitters, maybe one of their best hitters on the entire roster last year, despite him, not having the best ratings, and despite him being a little bit older, he did really, really good last season. Here you go. This is the reigning MVP here in Xander Bogaerts, who had 48 home runs, and, he was just incredible. As that's going to be a swing and a drive. That's going to go all the way to the wall and bounce off the wall for extra base hits. And that's a double. An extra base knock from Xander Bogaerts, one of the most dangerous hitters in the entire league. So here we go. 1-2 pitch to Bryce Harper. Swung on and missed for a strikeout. Good pitch there. 6 Ks now for Luis Severino. As Bryce Harper just swinging right through it. So now Miguel Geraldo, we go for 2 on the day, and that's another strikeout. So 3 in that inning, maybe 3-2, at least 2 in that inning. But man, I think that's 7 overall now for Luis Severino through 4 innings for him on his night. And man, he's so good. He does get a lot of strikeouts. He's a very big strikeout pitcher. And now look at what Freddie Freeman is going to do here. He's going to launch like a fly ball, and because of the shift again, that happened in the last episode too, because of the shift, he gets in there for a double, and then right after that a base hit. Although they do not test and send him home, as that was a base hit there by Max Kepler. And now Joey Gallo is going to ground one up the middle. This could be a double play. It will be a double play, but the runner scores. So in comes Freddie Freeman on a ground out double play by Joey Gallo. So top of the 5th inning now, Keoni Cavaco here leading off the inning, 0-for-1 on the day. And the first pitch to Cavaco is set out into the outfield and left field, racing back, and it is off of the top of the wall. Almost a home run, but just missing that home run distance. But it's a double for Keoni Cavaco to lead off the 5th. Now the pitcher, Alex Young, striking out on a 99-mile-an-hour fastball. 8 now for Severino, and now 3-1 to Justin Scott is going to be a little blooper into the left field. That might drop, and no, it's going to be run down and caught by Fremont Reyes out in left, and that was almost dropped in there for an RBI single. So it still remains 1-2. Bottom of the 5th, and that will end the inning there. Marcell Ozuna swinging in, missing on an inside pitch by Alex Young. So end of 5 innings here tonight. Now, and we have Xander Bogaerts up. Now is a double and an RBI so far tonight here in the top of the 6th. 1 down in the inning. 1-1 pitch to Bogaerts. Is swung on, driven into left field. No doubt about it. Home run. Solo shot. Xander Bogaerts, the reigning MVP. An RBI double earlier in the game, and that home run ties it up. And man, he knew it. Swinging, doing a little bat flip, and way out into the walkway over there in left field. Great swing by Xander Bogaerts. He is one of the best hitters in the entire league, and they're going to take out the pitcher here, and they're going to bring in Josh Roeder, who did pitch an inning already this year and didn't give up and gave up a run. And it's interesting that they put this guy in the game. Not much experience here in a tie game in the 6th inning, but he's got 2 outs here. Jesse Winker, who will swing and send, and that ball driven out into right field this time, and that ball is gone. 2 home runs in the inning for Xander, and now Winker, his first of the season. And Atlanta has the lead now in this game. It's 3-2. Another no-doubt shot. And that one might have been even further than Xander's home run was. definitely higher, but that one also made it all the way out into the concourse. So how about 2 home runs here in this inning for Atlanta? The road team now has the lead here as we go into the middle of the 6th. And, man, a great job by Atlanta here. Their hitters getting a couple of big knocks. So now we go to Matt Cronin here in the bottom of the inning, and he's pitched an inning so far. He has been all right. He hasn't given up a run yet. 3-2 pitch to Wander Franco is going to be a base hit up the middle. So Wander Franco now is going to be on here. Nobody out in the 6th inning. So we got the top of the order here coming up, and this is a great spot with the top of the order up to try and tie this game back up. And now an 0-2 pitch to Franmil Reyes is strike 3 on a changeup by Matt Cronin. That was a beautiful pitch there. And now 1-2 to Max Kepler is strike 3. Called on the outside corner. Great job there. A couple of big Ks by Cronin. End of the 6th inning, and Montana does not get anything. Now we got Coney Cavaco. He will swing and miss for a strikeout here by order. They keep him in the game here in this 7th inning as Coney Cavaco cannot catch up to that pitch for the 2nd out. So now 0-2 to Xander, and he will swing and miss at a pitch way in the dirt. Yeah, that's not every day you see a pitcher that good swing at a pitch that far down in the zone, but they do get out of that inning in their 7th inning without giving up another run, and they keep the 1-run lead. So now we have Benjamin Just coming in here into the 7th inning, and he has pitched a couple of innings so far on the season here in the bottom of the 7th. Full count pitch, and that's Zach Collins swinging and missing at a high pitch right there by Johnson. Man, I mean, you know, he actually did have a decent season last year, and that is going to be a strikeout here by Joe Jimenez. And man, what is Javier Baez that was the hitter there and just couldn't catch up. And now we are into the 8th, and Donovan Schroeder here is pitching as Bryce Harper going to get a base hit, singles up the middle. So a man on now for Jesse Winker. 1 for 3 on the day for him, and Winker sends a ball into center field. That's deep, sending Ozuna to the wall. He leaps and he can't get it. It's a home run. Jesse Winker, his 2nd of the game, and it's a 3-run lead now for Atlanta. So how about that? Jesse Winker sending a no-doubt shot in his last AB, and then that one to straightaway center field that just gets over the fence. And man, trying to leap and catch that one, he just can't get to it, and now it's a 3-run game for Atlanta here in the 8th inning. So Zach Collins is going to be able to get there, make the catch on that pop-up, but Jesse Winker, have yourself a great game. 2 home runs, the tying, and the go-ahead home run in the 6th, and then that one there in the 8th, a 2-run shot to extend the lead. 5-2 now for the Crusaders. So we go bottom of the 8th, Marcell Ozuna, swing and a missing at a fastball by Jimenez. And that's 1 down in the frame. And now Wander Franco 2-2 pitch. She strikes out as well on another fastball. Jimenez comes in the game, and he does his job here, getting strikeouts. Wander Franco too late on it, cannot catch up. So now 2 down in the inning. And now here we go. First pitch to Franmil Reyes is a grounder. Second baseman has got it over to first to end the inning. So that will end the 8th, and now last chance Montana. You know, they got 1 more shot, 3 more outs here as we go to the bottom of the 9th, and it's Emilio Puigan who is their closer, who is going to be the closer for Atlanta this season. Did not pitch in the opener of the season, but was pretty decent last year with a 3.6 ERA. And he is right now, he's falling behind Freddie Freeman here already. A 3-0 count, and he walks Freddie Freeman on an inside pitch. And so Emilio Puigan struggling here to find the zone immediately coming into the game. And now A 0-1 to Max Kepler, who swings at a high fastball. Makes the count 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed on a curveball. And they sped him up, and then they slowed him down. And even though that pitch was down the middle, could not get it. And that's another strikeout, and that is going to end the game. And Atlanta wins it here. Emilio Pagan gives up that leadoff walk, but then gets a couple of strikeouts to end it. And a good start by Alex Young. He gets credit for the win. And Atlanta has taken this second game, and they are now 1-1 on the season. They get their first win of the year. So that was a fun one there. And a game that was really close, basically all the way, as Jesse Winker with 2 home runs in that one. And we're going to now have one more game for you here tonight in this episode. We're going to get to this game here. Still early season, but the Little Rock Trojans and Chicago Blue Sox meeting up here in this one in Chicago, as Little Rock and Chicago both 3-0. So one of these teams' perfect records is going to be lost here tonight. One of these teams will get handed their first loss of the year, as here we go with the Blue Sox. Remember, this team won the World Series last year, the World Series champions, and Blake Snell was pretty decent for them in 194 innings last season. So facing Little Rock, 0-2 to Shohei Ohtani is swung on and missed at a pitch way in the dirt. And for Little Rock Trojans, this is going to be a huge year for them. They were very disappointing last year, as Yordan Alvarez stepping up to the plate was batted .328 last year with almost 40 home runs. This is going to be a huge year for Little Rock. They were very disappointing last season. They did not make the playoffs. I thought they were going to be able to make the playoffs. I thought they were a playoff team. And so this is the year that they have to show something. They have to show that they are, they can do it, as they have a good team. They have a really good lineup especially. But they just did not make the playoffs last year and struggled at certain points in the year. And Ethan Navarro getting the start today, who was pretty decent last year and under 3 ERA. But, man, they're going to have a tough task against this Chicago team. Of course, he is really, really good, too. They got a great offense here, as Christian Pache is their leadoff hitter, and he sends a base hit up the middle for a single. So, a man on, and now it's Carlos Correa swinging and missing on a splitter, actually, down below the zone and inside a little bit as well. And Juan Soto at the plate. He's batting .417 already this season, and he had 38 home runs last year. Of course, this is the centerpiece to this Chicago team, and he swings and misses at a splitter. You have Juan Soto. He's been on this roster for the entire franchise, and he's basically been their centerpiece and their superstar for the entire time in Chicago. And now you have Rhys Hoskins, who got signed over. He's going to send one very deep into center field. That was hit about 395 feet, but not 400 feet, and not a home run. It's an out. But you get Rhys Hoskins. They got him in a trade, remember, and Rhys Hoskins immediately went to Chicago and immediately got a World Series ring, so good for him. As now we are in the second inning. Blake Snell giving up another base hit here, and now 2 men on, 1 man out. Willie Adames swinging, and he doesn't hit that baseball very well, and it's right to the second baseman, and they get the double play. Great play there by Carlos Correa, who had to get rid of that ball very, very quickly to be able to get both outs there and to turn that double play effectively. So now you have Tristan Casas here, and a 2-2 by Navarro is swung on and missed on a running fastball on 90 miles an hour. Navarro not going to blow you away with speed, but he can place his pitches very well, and that was a perfect one right there to the catcher at the top of the strike zone. Nothing you can really do about that pitch. That was perfect. So through 2 here, no score, 1 hit each. Bottom of the third, Ethan Navarro still rolling right along here against a really good lineup as he strikes out Christian Pache for his 5th. And now Juan Soto, who struck out in his first at-bat, strikes out again here in his second at-bat on a low off-speed pitch. So through 3, 6 strikeouts for Ethan Navarro, who's brought his A-game in this one. And that's a strikeout by Dominguez here on a 97-mile-an-hour fastball inside part of the plate. And his second of the game. Dominguez, one of those guys that in this game started out with great ratings, and he's been in the league for quite a while. I'd like to see him kind of have the better stats and a better stat line, but that one here in the bottom of the 4th inning is going to be extra bases by Rhys Hoskins here, a double into the right field gap. So now Casas here with a man on first base. Fly ball, left field, pretty deep, but Alvarez is going to get over there to make the catch. Tagging and getting to third base is Hoskins. So now here we go. Can Glenn Mercer bring the man home at third base? 0-2. Swing and a miss. Oh, man, that's a huge pitch. Huge strikeout by Ethan Navarro. That was big, and now J.J. Bleday, who's going to hit a ground ball that's going to take care of the inning and end the inning. And they are going to get out of the 4th without any runs scored. And you got to wonder, I think I'm going to wonder how long Navarro is going to go. He did have 87 pitches already in this game through only 4 innings. So we'll see how that story develops. But Luis Camposano, meanwhile, looking at a four-seam fastball high and up in the zone. This game going by super quick, and they're going to keep Ethan Navarro in the game. Here, they're going to let him pitch at least one more inning despite the high pitch count, and that is just absolutely nasty pitch. No chance for Ethan Navarro to make any sort of contact with it. And so really only 3 hits here combined. The offense not doing much here for either one of these teams. We go to the 6th inning now. And Kevin Newman looking at a pitch at a curveball there. And now 3 straight Ks for Blake Snell. 5 in the afternoon. And he's going to get Yordan Alvarez to strike out as well. How about 4 in a row by Blake Snell now? 6 on the game. And now Josh Bell, they're going to get, they get Shohei Ohtani in a pickle here. They pick him off, and they get him out at second base. Ohtani wandering too far off of first, and a great job there by the pitcher by Blake Snell to throw it to first. And then we have Tony Gonsolin here in the game in the bottom of the 6th inning with 2 men on, and Gonsolin gets a strikeout. And now Tristan Casas hits a grounder. That could be 2. That is not what they wanted to see. The exact opposite of what Chicago wanted there, as that is a double play to end the 6th inning. So here we are in the 7th inning now, and that ball is, I think it actually hit the runner there. And now we go to Michael Feliz, who, through 2 games in this season, 3 innings of work, he has been okay this year for Chicago. And that's going to be ball 4 here with a man on for Kyle Lewis, who's going to get on base. And here we go, 2 men on now for Willie Adames, who's 0 for 2 in this ball game up to this point. Can Feliz get out of a little jam? He's created for himself here. 2-1 is a grounder. He stopped it. Mercer stopped the ball, but he's not going to be able to get it out. So a ground ball up the middle. That's going to be an error on Glenn Mercer. He could not field it correctly, and we'll see how what happens with that. Is now the bases are loaded for Luis Campusano. And a 1-1 is a swing and a drive. Left field. That ball's deep, and it's out of here. Grand salami time for Luis Campusano. Oh, baby, 4-0 Little Rock. Just like that. So, wow, how about you take the game right out from underneath the Blue Sox there. Beautiful swing by Luis Campusano, who hits a grand slam, and that is going to be a huge blow here late in the 7th inning with Chicago's offense not doing much at all. And we're going to get one more look here at this swing and this hit by Luis Campusano, who's, batting .300 this year. That's his 7th RB. He has now 8 ribbies on the year with that one swing. Man, what a swing. And now we have Peter Carver coming in the game here for the Little Rock Trojans, now having a 4-0 lead. So it's Bleday, who's 0 for 2 tonight, and he's going to hit a little blooper, and it's caught! Oh, no, it's not. It dropped. Oh, I thought he caught it. Man, Yono Alvarez diving out for it. And let's see what actually happened on this play, because I really thought he caught that ball. It might have dropped just before he got there. Man, diving, and... oh, wow. Hey, he did catch it. I guess there was a man on first base already. He did catch it. Never mind, I was mistaken. That's a strikeout right there on that pitch. There was a man on first already. What a catch by Yono Alvarez. Not necessarily known for the fielding, just for the bat, but that was a brilliant play. Some good defense here to end the inning for Little Rock, and now they keep the scoreless streak going here as we go to the bottom of the 8th. Top of the order here for Chicago as Christian Pache is up, and they're running out of time here. Peter Carver's still in the game. Ground ball, nice stop, and they're probably not going to get the out, and Adames is not even going to try and throw it to third base, as that is a base hit. So a good swing there by, Carlos Correa is up by Pache, but Carlos Correa looks at he's going to ground into a double play. No! Correa safe at first base. And actually, the second baseman took a spill. Now it's Juan Soto who strikes out again. His third strikeout of the game. And now there's 2 down in the inning. And now it's Rhys Hoskins. He was 1 for 3 with a double, but he strikes out on a changeup. Oh, man, a couple of big Ks right there. End of the 8th, 4-0 Little Rock trying to hold on. So now we go into the 9th, and not a save situation, so they don't bring their closer out, but they bring in Justin Topa, who is 35 years old, doesn't have much experience. I don't know about this pitching choice here by the Little Rock Trojans. I don't really know if I like this pitching choice here, that the guy that they brought in, but either way, Tristan Casas swings and misses, and a nasty slider. My goodness, that was a great pitch. So now J.J. Bleday here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th inning. Here he comes, 0 for 3 on the night. Justin Topa trying to get this final out. Pitch to Bleday, swung on, fly ball, center field, racing in. Actually, the shortstop ranges all the way. The second baseman ranges all the way to make the catch, and that's it. Chicago shut out by Little Rock, and the Trojans 4-0 on the year. Chicago gets their first loss of the season. Well, that was a great episode. Thank you guys for watching. You've been listening to Lucas from Mars. Everybody have a great day. Remember to click that subscribe button for more Season 2 action and a good Little Rock 4-0 shutout win. Have a great day, everybody.